6 hours of Mexico. The 5th stop on the FIA World Endurance Championship and the first ever time the series has visited Mexico City in the modern era. Over 38,000 fans packed the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez on Saturday. The event was promoted by local hero Ricardo Gonzalez, who then delighted the local fans by qualifying his RGR Sport by Moran Bijay on the pole in the LMP2 category.
I think there's a big heritage in sports car racing in Mexico. A lot of Mexicans that have participated in the past. Back, I think it was 89, 90, 91 that the World Championship used to come.
With an elevation of 2,250 meters, the oxygen levels in Mexico City are decreased by nearly 20%, affecting both cars and drivers.
Us drivers are huffing and puffing a little bit more than normal with a lack of oxygen. Also, I mean, technically for the engineers, it's tricky to get the cars right here. We have a lot less downforce just the fact that the air's so thin.
The recently redeveloped circuit challenges the WEC drivers with its long straights, tight turns and close barriers.
It's really a big challenge. Easy to make mistakes here, and then you pay very, very big whenever you go a meter off the line. It's very, very slippery. So yeah, it's kind of like separating the boys from the men here. I think it's a lot of fun, but at the same time, the price you pay when you make a mistake is a bit too high.
Well, it's a very tight track. That means the average speed is quite low, and that makes it quite difficult also with traffic, because it's a tight track to overtake. Where can you overtake without risk, without touching other cars?
Coming off their victory at Nürburgring, the #1 Porsche team expected a tight race with Audi, with Toyota struggling a little for pace.
Points-wise, I think we're out of the championship, driver-wise. We can help Car 2, obviously. That's the driver situation, but also the constructors is very, very important for Porsche to beat, obviously, Audi. And it's a great rivalry. You know, with Audi, they're coming out as hard, and we've got maximum respect for those guys.
The performance looks very close, also over the long run. So I think we can expect some good fighting, and it's been really nice to race in WEC because all drivers race on a very high level, and we know what to do on track. So it's very enjoyable.
With a party atmosphere in the crowd and plenty of entertainment on the pre-race grid, the fireworks started on track from the green light. Audi took an early 1-2, but poleman Lucas de Grassi lost the lead to the sister #7 car of Andre Lotterer at the first turn, but grabbed it back soon after. That set the tone for a topsy-turvy race. And there was action in the GTE Pro Class 2 as James Collado spun out the Ford of Olivier Pla at the Peraltada. The overall lead changed when an SMP LMP2 spun the ESM Ligier around right in front of leader de Grassi. The Audi was forced wide, allowing Mark Webber to grab the lead in the #1 Porsche. Then more drama, as the #31 ESM Ligier was then hit by Mike Conway's Toyota, which resulted in a penalty for the #6 car. It took a drive-through just as the #5 Toyota was retired with a hybrid powertrain failure. The #30 ESM car also took a hit, this time from the sister SMP car. A full course yellow was called, causing the #1 Porsche to abort a pit stop. But the decision was made too late, and the car had to take a stop-go penalty. The #1 had to fight its way back to the front past the Audis, while the #2 Porsche got in on the act, pulling a great move on the #8 Audi at turn 4. Then the rain came, and the race was turned on its head as Audi took the slick intermediates and Porsche took full wets. Audi's challenge took a hit when Oliver Jarvis suffered a left front wheel bearing failure. That sent his brake pedal to the floor and his car into the wall. The #2 Porsche then took a hit from a Signatech LMP2 car, which damaged the Porsche and forced an unscheduled pit stop. The #7 Audi came into its own in the rain, Lotterer charging past the remaining Toyota. But Lotterer's epic charge was halted when he locked his brakes in the baseball stadium section. He'd rejoined, but was forced to finish second. The #6 Toyota put itself into a podium position by passing the #2 Porsche, which was on the wrong tyres in the closing stages. The LMP2 class was decided when the #26 G-Drive suffered a brake disc explosion in the closing minutes. That handed the LMP2 victory to the RGR Ligier, a hugely popular success for the local fans. The Abu Dhabi Proton Porsche won the GTE AM class, and the number 97 Aston Martin dominated GTE Pro after the sister car, driven by Nicky Thiem, spun into the wall during a rain shower. But the big celebrations were reserved for the Mexican entry, which won LMP2 and Porsche, who scored its second race win on the trot with its reigning world champion car, crewed by Webber, Brendan Hartley and Timo Bernhard.
It's like you always say, the race is not over until it's over, and with the tricky conditions with the rain at the end, it was quite challenging race. But also the earlier steps of the race was pretty cool. I mean, driving at the limit, cooperating with the traffic was sports guy at its best.
Señoras y señores, hay que bañarse, llegó la champaña.